Welcome to my channel. My name's Susan. Today we're going to do something called shepherd's pie. It used to be called cottage pie in England. It's a meat dish with vegetables with mashed potatoes topping. Now, they used to also put a crust on top of the mashed potatoes. Somewhere along the line we've dropped the crust. Thank heavens, because it's bad enough that we can slap the mashed potatoes on their thighs, let alone a crust also.
Used to use lamb too, didn't they?
Yeah, they used to use lamb, and in a lot of places they still do. We just don't use a lot of lamb. In fact, I can't ever remember cooking lamb.
You can't remember that?
Well, no, not when you look at that cute little face. I couldn't do it. You know, that's just me. Couldn't do it. So anyway, I've got a little over a pound of ground beef in the pot here that I'm browning, and we're going to add some onions to that, some diced onions and carrots and some garlic, and get it going. That's going to be the base of our shepherd's pie. I don't know where you are. I don't know where you live right now, but I'm telling you, we're in northern Minnesota, and it is cold, cold, cold. When we got out of church this morning about noon, well, the wind chill was like 35 below. Nobody should have to go out in 35 below. No, nobody. It was just plain cold, and the wind was blowing, and it was just miserable.
It was so cold that...
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those things.
Yeah, it was so cold. It was just terrible. I've just added some carrots, about a cup of carrots and a cup of diced onions. Now we got some mushrooms and corn in there too. We won't worry about that. But it is the dead of winter now, and it's just plain cold, and it's time for casseroles and soups and stews and all those comfort foods you think about all year long. I'm going to add some garlic to this right now. I need to use up this garlic that I bought because I didn't have any fresh garlic at the time. I'll just add a little garlic.
But it is the dead of winter in northern Minnesota, so how much fresh garlic do you have?
Well, most of the fresh garlic I order is from Azure. But, and I did get some fresh garlic last week in my Azure order. But I thought I'd better use that up first before it goes bad. So we're going to cook this and until it browns. Doing a pretty good job of it right now. We are in the dead of winter, like I said, and you are too, from what I gather. Whether you're on the west coast or the east coast, it really doesn't matter. But if you're in the middle, you're freezing too. In fact, some friends of ours from northern Montana texted us yesterday and showed us what their thermometer was reading, and the ambient air temperature was a minus 54. And I texted her back and said, thank heavens I'm not there. I just would not enjoy that at all. But hey, you know, we can't control the weather. We just have to live with it. So anyway, let's get back to this shepherd's pie. Like we said, it used to be made out of lamb. And probably in Ireland and Scotland, probably do make it still out of lamb. I don't see so much lamb here in the United States, at least where we are. We've been through cattle country quite a bit. So I'm going to get this going. I'm going to turn this up a little so we can hurry along. I've got the oven preset at 400 degrees because we're going to finish this up with a few things. Put it in a casserole dish, top it with mashed potatoes, and then we're going to pop it in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how long it might take to finish baking. So let this go in here. I wish you could see outside. It's a beautiful snow, and it's funny with our backyard. Our backyard, the backyard, is nothing but woods. So when we get up in the morning, if you look out the back deck, all you see are all these tracks deer and rabbit and cats and I don't know what else might be out there. But they must party out in their backyard at night. Because they sure do have a lot of tracks in the morning, don't they, Will?
You bet.
And of course our beagle goes out there. I don't know if you know what a beagle.
I just put her up.
I know, but a beagle,
She won't be out there long.
her nose, she loves to sniff. And they will.
It's -10.
Oh, it's -10. Okay. Well, it's warmed up considerably there.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Well, I'm so grateful for that. I am so grateful for that. I'm gonna let that cook just a tad longer and get that softened up before we put. Let's go ahead and put some mushrooms in there. We might as well get those going. This is about 4 ounces of mushroom. We had about a cup of onion and a cup of carrots diced, and about 4 ounces of mushrooms. Now I'll link the recipe down below, so you don't have to copy it down right now. And you know, if you find this channel informative, because I just do, right now, I just do recipes. I enjoy cooking. That's what I want to do. But if you enjoy the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll notify you when I put a new one on. And I plan to put a new one on at least once a week, hopefully by Friday at the latest. All right, boy, doesn't that look good. Okay, let this cook a little while longer here. We've got a beagle dancing. She just came in. She thinks maybe, just maybe, she'll get a treat. She's not going to. She's getting a little broad on the beam there. So get this. It's almost ready that we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. Oh, it smells so good. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it right now. About a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to do some fresh ground pepper. Give it a good twirl here. Ooh, good. It smells good. And I'm going to add a little oregano. And get the lid off. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of oregano. So that's about a tablespoon of oregano. Here we got Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, or however you want to pronounce it. It's great. Has a lot of flavoring in it, a lot of seasonings, a lot of different things that make it so tasty. Let's just pour some in there. I'll get it going here. It says a teaspoon. I made it a little more than a teaspoon, because I really do like the flavor of Worcestershire sauce. Let it stir.
Seems like it's made with all kinds of different things, like vinegar
Vinegar.
and soy,
Well, so I could
and sugar and mustard and garlic and cinnamon. How about that?
Well, yeah, if you smell it, you can smell some of those flavors. I would have thought maybe some fish oil in there, but I guess not, huh?
Actually, it has some anchovy in there as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The fishy thing, huh?
The fishy thing, you know the fishy thing. Okay. This is tomato paste. Then put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste in there. I normally have a little tube of tomato paste that I buy at the store and I'm out of, so I don't have to break open a new little can of it. But like everything else, sometimes you just run out, even though you try not to. You know, I don't know how you are in the winter months, but boy, you just really have to keep tabs on your groceries, especially northern Minnesota. You never know when you're not going to be able to get to the grocery store.
We have a pantry though.
Well, we have a pantry, of a couple of freezers, but still, it's like a tube of tomato paste that I normally have in the refrigerator. I don't have in there now, but that's okay. And I'm going to add 2 cups. This is a beef broth. Let me get this going here. And I'm going to add this a cup of frozen corn. Throw that in there, and a cup of frozen peas. We'll just go ahead and add those in there too. Clear out some of this stuff. So how's your pantry looking these days? Is it full? Is it about empty? I would think in January, mid-January, your pantry's still pretty full from the summer months. At least ours is. I write a column, a food column for our weekly newspaper, and I happened to go out into one of our freezers. It's a meat freezer, and I'm telling you, I opened that freezer door. Now this is a big upright freezer, and all there was meat. Meat. I'm telling you, no 2 people should have that much meat. So, I have vowed for the next 2 to maybe even 3 months, we're not going to buy any meat. None whatsoever. We'll just eat whatever we have. And we have beef and pork and fish. Some friends just gave us some fresh walleye. So we've got all that.
You have plenty of chicken as well.
Oh, chicken, yeah. But I've been using a lot of that chicken to make the dog food.
Why don't you do that sometime? Do the dog food.
Oh my gosh, nobody wants to see homemade dog food. In fact, we didn't want to see homemade dog food at one point. But our dog got ill, and the vets said, well, we need to put her on a canned dog food for her stomach. And I knew once we did that with the Beagle, you'll never go back to just dried food. So we kept her on canned food for a while. Oh, holy mackerel. That stuff is expensive. So now I make her dog food probably at least once every 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, and we use chicken and rice, and put in spinach and peas and carrots, and
like I said, maybe you need to do this.
maybe I need to show somebody how
Just
to make their dog
don't
food.
feed it to me when you do that.
Don't be confusing the recipes, I will.
That's right.
Okay. Well, we'll try not to.
Okay.
All right. All right, now we're going to cook this for a while. Cook it down. Okay, we're back. This is cooked down. The meat's cooked down, and I've got a casserole dish I've sprayed with a cooking spray. I'm going to load it with these vegetables and ground beef.
What kind of cooking spray do you use? What do you use? You have some stuff that's like powder, like flour.
Yeah, that's mainly for baking. That's
What about here? It's just the regular cooking spray?
Yeah, just the cooking spray.
Okay.
I don't know whether we can say what kind we have or not. We'll just let it go at that. Because there are different kinds out there anyway. Depending on where you live, you have different kinds. Okay, we're going to get this all in this greased casserole dish. I think we can get it all in there. Oh boy, it's going to fit too. This is great.
Why don't you move that dish out here so people can see what you're doing?
Well, it's kind of...
There you go.
Let's see what's going on here. Except I'm making a mess here. Okay. Ooh, look at that. It's a lot of filling. We're going to have leftovers tomorrow, Will.
That's too bad. I'll take care of them.
Will's my leftover kid.
I'll take care of those leftovers.
You know, a lot of guys I know will not eat leftovers. I think Will would rather have leftovers than first time.
Or both.
Or both, it doesn't matter. He'll just eat whatever in the refrigerator. Alright, now, spread that out. Now I've got some mashed potatoes. I kind of cheated on these mashed potatoes, but you'll forgive me for that. My husband went to American Legion last night, had a fish fry, and he worked the fish fry. He battered the fish. And they had some leftover baked potatoes, so he brought them home. So I've kind of cut them up and whipped them up and put some cream with them, and that's what we're using is the leftover baked potatoes, which, you know, it's fine. Why would you let something go to waste, especially when inflation is so out of control at this point? So now I'm going to start putting the mashed potatoes on here. I may have too many, may not have enough, we'll see. You know, sometimes it's just hard to gauge. Oh, look at that.
Looks perfect.
Our dog's down here wondering where her mashed potatoes are. All right. Now let's see if we can spread these out. All right, yeah, here we go.
What is that gizmo you're using here? What is that?
It's called an offset spatula. Makes things easier to spread. All right. Ooh, that looks good, good, good. I think I'll just add some more here. We've got plenty. And then we're going to bake these in the oven about 30 to 45 minutes until the mashed potatoes are golden brown. Doesn't that look good? Wow. Looks like it might be edible, Will.
I'm good with that.
Okay. So we're going to put these in the oven about, like I said, 30 to 45 minutes, and we'll come back and I'll show you the final product. Well, we've taken this out of the oven. Look at that. The mashed potatoes are just golden brown. It's all bubbly, and I think it's time to try it. It's going to be pretty hot. We're going to, oops, I'm losing my little cord here. We're going to cut into this. Oh my. Wish you could smell it. It smells really good. Look at this. I could take my glove off here. Look at that. Oh boy. Doesn't that look good?
Why don't you bring that over here and put it up against the camera so that everybody can see.
You just want to get it closer to you.
Well, that might be the case.
My little test pilot here. Can you see it? Show it to him, Will. This is what it looks like before. Now Will's gonna do it.
Now I'm gonna show you a quick after.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
So that's our shepherd's pie. I hope you try it. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this, subscribe, please. In the meantime, we wish you blessings.